I'm Sam. I screamed at a stranger in traffic. Then I sat in my car and couldn't stop shaking. It wasn't even a big deal. Some guy in a sensible sedan cut me off. Happens 10 times a day. But this time something inside me just snapped. I laid on the horn and I yelled things my own mother would disown me for. I saw his face in his rearview mirror, just plain terrified. And then I felt disgusting. I pulled into the nearest pharmacy parking lot, killed the engine, and just vibrated. My hands were trembling so badly I couldn't get my phone out of my pocket. I just sat there, in my work clothes from yesterday, which I'm pretty sure had more coffee on them than I had in me, and stared at a flickering fluorescent sign. That's it, I thought. That's the moment. I'm not just stressed, I'm broken. After the incident, I called my sister. After I finished my rambling, borderline incoherent confession, she said, "Sam, it's sunny out. Just go for a walk, please." A walk. Right. Because a little stroll was going to fix the fact that my brain felt like a dial up modem trying to load a 4K movie. For the next week, her words haunted me. Every time the sun came out, I'd see it through my office window and think, "You should go for a walk." And then I'd just not. I'd order lunch to my desk. I'd sit there in the stale, recycled air, scrolling through other people's vacation photos, convincing myself I was too busy. Getting outside felt like a bigger chore than climbing a mountain. I was the captain of a sinking ship, and my grand plan was to rearrange the deck chairs. Okay, fine. If I was going to fix this, I was going to do it right. I went all in. No more caffeine, no more TV, no more negative people, which apparently included the guy who makes my morning coffee, so great. I was going to read books and be a well-adjusted, calm person overnight. Day one was a disaster. The caffeine headache felt like someone was using my skull for drum practice. The silence in my apartment without the TV was deafening. I picked up a book, stared at the same page for 20 minutes, and retained nothing. By 8 p.m., I was a wreck. I cracked. I ordered the largest, greasiest pizza I could find, chugged a liter of soda, and mainlined 3 hours of a show about suburban murders. It was glorious. I fell asleep on the couch with a book as a coaster and cheese on my shirt. So much for my new life. After my spectacular failure at wellness, I went back to my default setting, numb. Same commute, same sad desk salad, same everything. One afternoon, my usual route home was blocked by an accident. With a deep, world-weary sigh, I turned down a street I'd never used, and I drove past a park, a small one with a stupid little duck pond. I didn't stop, I just noticed it. The next day, I took the weird route on purpose. When I got to the park, I pulled over. I just sat in my car for 5 minutes, engine off, watching a guy fail to get his dog to drop a slobbery tennis ball. I didn't feel happy. I didn't have an epiphany. But for 5 minutes, my brain was quiet. It was the first time in months I wasn't actively spiraling. It wasn't joy, but it wasn't dread, and that felt like a win. Today, another guy in a sensible sedan almost merged directly into my soul. I felt it, that old, familiar hot flash of rage. My hands tightened on the wheel, but then my eyes caught on this stupid yellow sticky note I put on my dashboard. In my own messy handwriting, it just says, "Park, 5 mins, breathe, you idiot." And I didn't honk. I just let him in. I'm still a mess. I'm still wearing a wrinkled shirt. I probably still need to wash my hair. But I'm not the person who sits shaking in a parking lot anymore. I'm the person with the sticky note. It's not a solution, but it's a plan. And sometimes a plan is all you've got. If you've ever had your own version of a meltdown in a parking lot, you're not alone. Drop a comment. I actually read them. And if this felt a little too real, maybe hit subscribe. We're all just trying to keep it together here.